Have fun plans for the outdoors? Make the memories last with the best outdoor coolers and drinkware. Celebrating 10 years of cool, Orca was founded in 2012, born from the idea of making a hard-sided cooler that beat out all the rest. Orca coolers are built to be as strong as the adventures you take them on. That's why they have a lifetime warranty while giving you world-class maximum temperature retention. Orca's drinkware offers the same high quality, keeping your drinks icy cold or hot for hours, and they look great while doing it. Their stainless steel, vacuum-sealed tumblers and martini cup are perfect companions for your next outdoor adventure. Go to orcacoolers.com/bourbon for 15% off your order. That's orcacoolers.com/bourbon for 15% off. Orca, make it last. Today's show is also sponsored by our friends at distilleryproducts.com. If you are a store, you're a group, you're a blog, you're a podcast, you're a distillery, whatever it is, you need laser edge glassware at wholesale prices. Reach out to me. I'd be happy to get you in touch with the whole family behind distilleryproducts.com doing amazing things. We use them. You should too at distilleryproducts.com. Hey, y'all, I want to let you know we've teamed up with our friends at pickshop.com. They have an app, the Picks app. It is a new awesome thing that we're moving a lot of our stuff to. We're moving tastings there. We're moving posts there. We're not going to leave Instagram and Facebook and all the other places, but Picks is this really cool thing that we're getting to build with them. We're getting to build how you post. We're getting to build how you go ahead and put in a tasting. And these tastings will match you up to other people and other whiskeys that you are very compatible with based off of what you've put in for your tastings. There's so much stuff. I can't even tell you enough in a minute, but go to pickshop.com, hit the link, get the app, get in there, start tasting, start posting, be a part of the community. We're going to be there. You should be there too. Go to pickshop.com and get the app.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever talked about this or not before. What are your thoughts on brushing your teeth immediately before tasting whiskey?
I feel like that would be the same thing about like drinking coffee. Like you shouldn't be messing with your taste. But now if you normally brush your teeth every single time before you taste whiskey, I feel like you should do your regular routine so that your palate is normal.
Well, or at least consistent as far as all other variables. Not necessarily normal, right?
Yeah, it could be broken. Who knows?
Well, I mean, like, so people always say your palate's best in the morning because it's fresh. It's not fresh when you first wake up. I mean, Jesus Christ. Morning breath would be about the furthest thing I could think of from fresh, quote unquote. I mean, you ever rolled over in the morning next to somebody and said, smells fresh, doesn't it?
Hello, everyone. My name is John Edwards. With me, as always, is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us part of your day. This is a 2 for Friday, so if you're listening to this episode, don't worry, there's another one, and if you're listening to the other episode, I'll say on that, there's another one here. This episode, we're drinking Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and the next did you not drink Elijah Craig Barrel Proof?
Did the other one more, but I'll be okay.
Well, I said we were doing Elijah Craig Barrel Proof first. I'm not editing much on this one. You missed it?
Well, you sent me Chateau and Elijah Craig, and I said, I don't have Chateau. And you said, okay. And then I said, well, let's do Remus. So in my mind, it plugged into slot number 1, not slot number 2.
Oh, no. I mean, they're both happening. I had already poured the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, so I said, okay, let's go ahead and do that first.
Fair enough. I've got a couple of notes. I can play catch up. I'll wing it. I'm big boy.
Well, that's what messes. This is what messes. You said, I want to taste it first because I want to be able to banter, and now the banter's screwed.
Oh, no, I've tasted both of them.
Okay.
I've tasted both. Keep it rolling.
All right.
Good.
Let's go. Y'all got
behind the scenes there.
A little behind the scenes peek at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. It's been a hell of a week. I want to mention nailing my tire over the weekend. Not even popped the tire. Didn't even pop the tire. There's no air leaking from the tire. I brought the tire to the store and I said, hey, can you plug my tire? And they go, no, it's too close to the shoulder. You got to buy at least 2 tires and that's $750. We recorded this show with Mike and Danny from Penelope earlier this week. I don't even know if we can use this show, Zeke. I haven't listened to it yet, but like I was on one. I was in rare form. I said like the beginning of the show where we normally don't drop F-bombs here. I said, no, this show tonight, F it. Like, so I'm going to listen to this show. I'm putting Mike and Danny on notice. We may have to record that show again. I don't know. I don't know what you think.
I think it's fine to put the disclaimers out there. I mean, like anything else in life, you got to get certain things out of your system from time to time. And at least we shot our wad all at once.
I mean, that show we let loose, but I don't feel like there was any consistent structure. I feel like it was like, Mike, Danny, what's going on in your world? F this, F that. But it was a good show. Maybe. We'll see. I'll listen to it.
Well, I mean, in the sense of, being true to ourselves and just like the behind the scenes thing just a minute ago, that's what would have happened if we were on the phone or, whatever kind of chat with the Penelope guys. That's what would happen in real life. Folks want to know what really goes on around here some days. Well, that was it.
A true story of 4 people picked to live on a Zoom and find out what happens when people stop being polite and start getting real.
We're still polite and cordial. I mean, we're all close friends. It's not like we were yelling at each other. We're just yelling about the other aspects of life.
Yeah. Life is kind of, I do have to mention that we're not going to do a ton of banter, right? Because we're doing 2 shows. We're getting them both out on Friday. We have a whole bunch of stuff that was sent to us to review. And this whole month has just been crazy with KBF, Bourbon and Beyond and everything else. And we're like, we have some really good stuff. We haven't got it out, but let's get 2 out on Friday. And they're going to be a little bit shorter shows, but like we wanted to make sure that we got some of these bigger releases, a review behind them. I know you'll find this very funny. The past couple of weeks, I have been stress cleaning, and there's a lot going on in my life. I've just been looking at everything. Like I've been going room by room and just like I'm throwing everything out. Like today, I'm not lying. I threw out 36 Glencairns. Like I have 80 more. I don't need that many. Like I had glasses overflowing everywhere. So I'm just going through everything, trying to just simplify my life. And you ready for what I found?
I don't know.
2 different blind tastings sent to us from fans that we could do shows around. So for those of you that sent us some blinds, good news is I've decluttered my life enough that I've found your blinds. And maybe Zeke and I will do a blind show here soon.
If either one says Eric Simpson, that's the one we fought over on whether or not I gave it to you or not. And I swear I did.
No, that one was not here. I know who sent these 2. It was not Eric Simpson. This was Eric Smith and Chrissy Martin.
Back to the drawing board on that one then.
Sorry. Eric, if you're listening, Zeke never gave it to me.
I still swear I did. But the toothbrush thing or paste or both or whatever. So I got off from work. Like, I got to do this tasting. I've been eating, when I come in the door, I always eat. So I'll brush my teeth, try and get myself a fresh palate. I swear, like I've been tasting like 5 different whiskeys, including stuff during the night. And I'm not quite on par for like the stuff I've drank before, like it's not there. So now I'm kind of lost as far as like, well, what's truly a, fresh / clean palate?
I don't know.
I mean, we do pick slot in the morning, wake up in the morning, we brush our teeth. Yeah, we probably have breakfast, do other things, but like, is there a certain time frame to where in between brushing your teeth and whatever until like the senses calm down, that everything's back to normal? Like, I wonder these things some days, like today.
It is a good thing to wonder. I mean, but I wouldn't brush my teeth right before a pick, or I wouldn't brush my teeth right before tasting whiskey. Like if it's drinking whiskey, it doesn't matter. But if I'm like trying to unlock my palate, I feel like you're going to get mint. Like you're going to get a lot of mint if you brush your teeth first, or bubble gum or whatever flavor you do. What do you do? Like chocolate milkshake?
I could say, like, what if I grab the kids' toothpaste instead of mine by mistake? And then I got Bubblicious all over the place.
You're like, this really tastes like orange dreamsicle. I don't know why, but orange dreamsicle on the nose and the taste and the finish.
You never know, but that's where I am. So my disclaimer for this show and the next one we do will be if I'm slightly off. That's why I brought it on myself. It's my own fault. Next time I'll do better.
Well, I will tell you with this Heaven Hill, with the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C922, I really don't think that like brushing your teeth or not is going to make a difference. The main characteristics of this one are so strong. I think you could have brushed your teeth 5 times and you still would have got the same notes on this. But enclosed, they sent it to us, is the 3rd and final edition of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Bourbon for 2022. C922 at 124.8 proof, the highest proof of the series this year. The variance in proof from batch to batch showcases the consistency of quality at Heaven Hill. Like each previous version, this 12-year-old bourbon is non-chill filtered and uncut to preserve all the natural esters and taste components from the barrel to the bottle. Now, one thing I know Zeke you would ask is if this is the highest proof of the series this year, what were the other proofs? Heaven Hill was on top of that. They knew that A122 was 120.8 proof and B522 was 121 proof. Now, even at 124.8, some of the older Elijah Craig still fetched a pretty higher proof in the 130s. So like even at 124, fans of this series know that like, hey, it's high for this year, but it's not the highest it's ever been. I've seen it higher. You've seen it higher. We've drank it higher. And of course, this comes in with an MSRP of $69.99. Any other questions you have?
Not any questions, I don't think. And honestly, I thought that one or both of the previous batches this year were sub 120s. Maybe I've got that blurred with something from last year because I know there were some that dipped below. But yeah, I mean, 124.8 still not that high. And the first thing I thought of, not hardly any of the picks have been anywhere near that low, really. They're usually all hitting around 130, at least from what I've seen, and like, you know, the friends and circles we have and, you know, all that kinds of other stuff. Like it just kind of threw me off a little bit. And then I almost wonder like how many picks are they doing? Maybe they're rolling out those barrels of higher proof for getting picked. So they don't have them left over to go into the blends or something. But I mean, this is a huge blend. I can't imagine so, especially as big as Heaven Hill is. Just kind of thinking out loud and almost the dog chasing my tail type of way today.
Sure. What did you think about this whiskey, Zeke Baker?
What I picked up on this thing was a very strong amount of drying oak. I mean, I didn't pick up any Heaven Hill sweet, even on the very tip of my tongue, which usually there's a flash of it. I did think it was kind of thin, but then that drying oak just moves the whole way across the palate, and then just a big old finish that hangs around. And I'm not the biggest person on finish or even picking up on half the time, but I feel like this it's hanging in there. And for anyone else that's complained about proofs and or, you know, lack of like, you know, an oak bomb, because there are plenty of folks that get into that and love it. I think if that's what you've been waiting on, looking for out of ECBP, that's what they dialed in on this one, at least to me.
I agree with you 100%. The nose for me was smoky oak, lots of smoke on the nose, molasses, caramel, and it was almost like a pecan that was in there too. It was really weird. I couldn't really figure out why it was there, but definitely got it there. The taste, and yeah, there's other tasting notes on here, but the only thing you need to know is, woo, the spice just comes up and bites you as soon as you take a sip of it. And I mean, it is whole mouth tingling spice with a ton of oak. So like if you like oak bombs, if you like spice bombs, if you like feeling like your mouth has pop rocks in it, like this is the pour for you. I think everybody kind of knows, and I'm saying this out of turn, but everybody knows that Zeke and I kind of like the sweet oak. That spicy oak is, you know, hey, I'm never going to tell you not to go get one of these at $70, but I think as far as like, is this one that would be honed in on our palate? No, but if you like oak bombs, you like spice bombs, and you just like a slap in the face of flavor, like that's what this is. If you want oak and spice slapping you in the face and holding you down and being like, I'm right here, that's what this is. Funniest thing about the finish on this one though, for me, I never felt as high a proof as this was, and just Elijah Craig barrel proof and what I'd expect. I did not feel anything in my throat as far as this whole pour went.
It doesn't burn.
No, but I'm saying it doesn't go, and you said it was thin, right? But I'm saying the finish doesn't go in your throat or in your chest. The finish just hangs in the front of your mouth. Like
yeah, it's no hug, but I mean, it's there. That's kind of like, you know, it throws you off because so much rye spice. I'm with you. The first thing I thought of was put this in a blind, tell somebody to guess the proof. No one's coming in under 130.
No, I mean, you were guessing the proof on this. You're like 136, you know, like that is a fair thing. And I'm not even saying like you would guess it was under 135. You're sitting there going like, this is 136 or higher.
Yeah. I mean, whew. Like I say, to each their own. I know there are plenty of people that are going to be like, man, best one they've put out in probably 2 years, maybe 3. This is the oak I've been looking for. I'm glad the ECBP still has the 12-year age statement. Like, yes. But, whew, man. You know, this is that that coach, where was it, Oklahoma or wherever? I'm a man.
I'm 50. I wear a speed stick.
Yeah. This is a man's pour. Whew.
I think there are people out there that would really, really like this pour. Like there are people that are going to be craving the oak and the spice. Like I said, if you like oak and if you like spice, this is your jam. Go ahead and get it, $70. But if you like the sweet oak and you don't really like the spice and the oak, like the dry oak, right? And I keep saying the oak, I'm not being descriptive enough. If you want that dry oak is going to be your jam here.
Yes. I mean, honestly, I don't remember all like to a T, but the previous two this year and then the 3 from last year, I don't remember anything that was even close to this profile. Honestly, do you?
No, I don't.
Which, I like that end of the day. They put it out 3 times a year. Obviously, Heaven Hill's got damn near more barrels than anybody else. If they can dial it in to showcase different profiles using the same label and product, more power to them. Like, variance is great. Like, keep everybody on their toes. That's the point of the release. Hey, well, it's not the previous one. It's different. We changed it up a little bit. Still bourbon. It ain't bad.
Totally agree with you. Hey, thank you, Heaven Hill, for sending this our way. You can find us on Facebook at Dad's Drinking Bourbon, Twitter at Bourbon Dads, Instagram at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Please leave us an open and honest review, just like we leave open and honest reviews about the whiskey we drink. Anything else you want to mention, Zeke Baker?
No, just thanks to Heaven Hill. They always take wonderful care of us on all their releases and couldn't be more appreciative.
Where else can you find us?
Good old Nashville, Tennessee.
Cheers.
Ciao.